Hello, Josh Robinson with Frederic School District. With this informational video regarding our April 3rd referendum, we wanted to share some information around our estimated tax impact for question number 1 and question number 2. As you can see from this slide, our existing debt falls off significantly from 2017 to 2018-19. So from our current year to next year. And after this year, we have 3 years left paying off our existing debt. So the whole objective with question number 1 is to make significant upgrades to our facilities, including our learning spaces, and pay that off over the course of the next 20 years, which is a typical repayment plan for referendums. And our goal is to do this by minimizing the tax impact or having no impact at all with question number 1. So if this black line represents our current level of payments, we can take the $12.7 million from question number 1 and work that right back into our repayment schedule and keep everything level moving forward, or have it slightly decrease in the future. After about 10 years of repaying on this new debt, the bonds become callable, which means that we can restructure the debt at that time if we need to, or we could take a look at interest rates, and if they're better, we could certainly refinance at that point in time as well. Moving on to question 2. We can see that our average mill rate from 2000 to 2017 was 10.48. And we anticipate, based on that average, that if question number 1 and question number 2 pass, that we would have an increase of $109 per $100,000 valuation on property. If you take a closer look at this chart, you can see that in 2017-18, that middle bar, our mill rate actually dropped. And that's because our revenue limit stayed the same and our state aids increased significantly over the course of the last 2 years. And so when state aids increase, then local tax responsibility decreases. So the numbers that we built around that $109 increase for a $100,000 valuation, we feel were built with very conservative numbers, meaning that that increase is really expected to be a worst case scenario. We're definitely hoping that it comes back even smaller than that. And so the conservative numbers that we used were based around student enrollment, property valuations, and state aid increases. So question number 1 and question number 2, if they pass, we'd probably see some increase, but we wouldn't expect it to be more than $109 over a $100,000 valuation. Question number 1 or question number 2 could both fail, or one of them could pass independently as well. So this chart just represents what some of the average fair market value properties in our school district could expect to pay with that $109 on a $100,000 valuation in their home. So it breaks it down both annually and per month. We also have a cost calculator or estimator on our website as well. So if you know the exact value of your fair market, or the exact fair market value of your property, then you could plug that right into the calculator as well. So the last slide in our presentation from our open houses is about the proposed construction schedule. So if we come over here to the far left, we can see that if the referendum passes in early April, we'd immediately go to a schematic design phase, move into a design development phase, and then a construction documentation phase. That doesn't get us till the bidding process until October or November of 2018. And I mentioned this in one of the previous videos. From there, after the bidding process is completed, we move into construction phase number 1 and construction phase number 2. Construction phase number 1, we'd be looking at our exterior additions or buildings. So that would be our fitness area, probably the new office space at the elementary school, because that's an addition, probably the maintenance shed, and then we would transition from phase 1 to phase 2, where we would see more construction and work being done inside the building when it's less disruptive to the student learning environment. And then if we can stick to this schedule, we'd be looking at occupancy or completing all of our projects by September 2019. So that's our entire slideshow that we presented at our open houses, broken down into several short video clips. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the district office and speak with Mr. Robinson. I'd be more than happy to touch base with anybody about the upcoming referendum. Please get out and vote on April 3rd. Thank you.